Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the collective. Where I didn't record, where I didn't write an intro. I don't have an intro joke. I'm Dale Salvador, and this is Kira. And you probably don't know this artist, but let me tell you why you should. So, Kira. Before I get into Kira, let's talk about why I started this channel because it does segue into this and it does matter. It does give some proper context, I believe. So, the reason I started this channel is because I heard there's a lot of music that is getting released nowadays. Lots of modern music that is not really good. I mean, I wouldn't say that all music nowadays is bad. What I'm saying is a lot of music that's being promoted at the forefront and that's being promoted as this shit is good is usually not good. And what could be good musically, the musicality is being sacrificed for things like profit, marketability, replayability. It feels like music nowadays is it's a sport, and it's not about the expression or the art of making a good song anymore. And there's a lot of artists nowadays that are actually really good at making songs that make good stuff. There is music from a long time ago that's being left behind. There is certain genres that are just being slandered, and for whatever reason it may be. And there's artists that are being left in the dust. There are artists that just aren't getting their flowers, aren't being talked about as much as they should, all that kind of stuff. And these are all reasons why I wanted to start this channel. That's why when, let's say, literally pick any artist out of a hat, when Blank releases a new album, I don't immediately hop on it like every other review react channel. I don't do that because I don't care about again, pick any name. I don't care about Drake's new album. I don't care about, I don't know, Blink 182's new album. I don't really care that much. The artists I cover, if they are new artists, if they are new releases, they're ones that actually interest me that I think deserve some more recognition. And if they are older, if they're things that are not coming out now, if they're not recent, same thing. Just for some reason, I feel like it's worthy to make the video. Whether, let's say, like I reacted to Nirvana's Nevermind, the full album, it's because I have never really listened. I listened to that in full a couple times years ago. I hated it, and then being as my ears and my brain and a lot of other things and my understanding of music has evolved over time, I wanted to give it a second chance, so I reacted to it, and I actually really liked it, which was good. I still don't think it was perfect, but point is, there's a point to making that video. I wasn't just capitalizing on the it's Nirvana, this will get views. That's not what I was doing. There was a point to making the video, and there's a lot of people who would really like to see someone's first experience with Nirvana, which is great. Um, the same with I have a lot of other artists on this channel that are just not being talked about as much that are really good. Let's say the Birthday Massacre or Clutch or King's X for some of the recent videos. And if we talk about more recent videos, there are artists that I feel like just get slandered and just aren't being judged fairly, I guess. I did a Maroon 5 album. I did album review for a Kesoku band, etc., etc. And there's some music scenes like vaporwave or power electronics or Vocaloid that just get slandered or just aren't talked about as much as they should be and all that kind of stuff, right? So the artists I and the albums that I choose are ones I think deserve attention one way or another. That being said, for certain music scenes, mainly let's say Vocaloid, where um, it does not operate the same way normal industry does, it's really hard to review things. And you might be thinking, hey, that doesn't seem that hard, if it's being promoted differently or if touring is not the main income, like whatever, you can still review the album. That's the point. Is it's not about the touring or the economy or the industry. It's that there is none of any of those things. Kind of. It's that for literally every other music genre, and seen an artist makes an album or an EP or whatever. With Vocaloid, 99% of Vocaloid artists don't do that. They don't even go through labels. They don't have labels. They will make a song, upload it to YouTube, to their channel, and then just do that. They'll make a song, upload, make a song, upload it. So if anything, it's all singles. But I won't even say they're singles. They're treated like any YouTuber making videos, but more like your more high quality video essay ones that get a video out every like 3 months. Very similar. You'll have an artist like Kira who will have a song, they'll post it, and then 3 months later, maybe 5, maybe 2, whatever, they'll release their next song they've written, and then the next one, and the next one. So it's really hard to do album reviews, or even EP reviews, if an artist doesn't have any. So that's why this series exists. Because I wanted to look at certain artists like Kira, or other Vocaloid artists that don't really have albums, or artists that aren't even Vocaloid artists, but just have a lot of good songs sprawled across many bad albums. Like, let's say, if I want to review, let's say, I don't know, Panic at the Disco album, for example, I think they have quite a few good songs, but I wouldn't really say any of their albums are amazing. So it's really hard to pick an album and review it just because one song is great and do that 5 times. That really doesn't make any sense. So with this series, I'm not going through a whole artist discography. I'm picking out a bunch of tracks that I feel like are worth noting that I otherwise could not note in a normal album review video or an EP review or whatever. So now that brings us to Kira. Why am I talking about Kira? Well, this is one of the main reasons I wanted to start the channel in the first place. Like I already said, there's a lot of music that I feel like does not get talked about that should. That being said, there's also sometimes where the music I listen to that is not getting the attention it deserves. There's sometimes where the artists themselves get screwed over by the industry, which is one of the cases here, where I'll put it this way: Kira very rarely makes a bad song, and he makes a new song every couple months. His output's pretty insane. It's really something to, like, it's incredible. So when he started uploading like a lot less, and they were all kind of mid songs, and it lasted like a year, and then there's a year of total silence, something's a bit weird there. The video is not up anymore. It has been taken down or deleted. Don't know. But he uploaded the video that is now deleted. Basically talking about, this is like 2 months ago maybe, but he was talking about how he was doing songs that he was commissioned by big companies, which is the songs I just mentioned that weren't that great. And it turns out he was not paid the commission fees he was promised, so he basically got scammed out of his work, which would make sense to why those songs maybe weren't the greatest. Maybe it could be mental health or what have you, but that being said, he posted that video. That video's now gone. I don't know where it went, but I guess maybe the companies didn't want it up. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. All I know is that it was up. I watched it when it was uploaded. Now it's gone. And a couple hours ago, he uploaded a new song, an original song, not one for a company, one that's made and written fully by him for him, called Wildcard. And judging by his Twitter, from what I've heard and from what I've seen, that's going to be his last song for a while. Just unprecedented amount of time, which is really unfortunate, because Kira is very talented. Let me paint a picture for you. All right, I was listening to Kira since I was like 16, 17, which is a long time, because I'm right now 22. And when he uploaded that video, talking about how he was screwed over and stuff, he seemed really nervous, so I do hope he's okay. But one of the things he mentioned offhandedly is his age, which is also 22. Which means that when I was listening to him, when I was 16, and I was like, man, this song is incredible. It was also made by a 16-year-old. And like I said before, when it comes to Vocaloid artists, they do everything themselves when it comes to the music. So that means he was producing these songs, he was writing these songs, like lyrically and the music, like all of it, he's doing. When I look back on it, it's fucking incredible. Um, he doesn't have his own sound, but he makes up for that in versatility. He tends to lean towards more of the pop, hip hop kind of side of things. He has songs that are more hip hop, rap based, ones that are more electronic, EDM based. But really, like, he has songs that you can say, like, they didn't fit directly on the radio, like any of these songs. And there are songs that sound like Beyonce or Maroon 5 or Cardi B or Britney Spears or Katy Perry. There's a lot of different styles of pop he pulls from. And I will say he's a Vocaloid artist, but the songs are in English, which again, as a Vocaloid fan myself for many years, like 7 years, I think, like a good long time, it is really hard to make good sounding English Vocaloid. That is hard because if you know about the tuning and all that stuff that it takes, it's really hard. And this guy knocks it out of the park pretty much every time. I have a bunch of songs here. He has about, I think, 30. No. He has like 25, 6 ish original songs. 22 of them are amazing. Like I said before, he rarely makes a bad song, very rarely. And I want to go over these songs because it seems like this is going to be it for a while, and I just want to highlight these. I would highly, highly suggest, if you like pop, if you like hip hop, if you just like poppy music, and even if you don't, I really suggest you go to this guy's channel and you just listen to his stuff, give it a chance. It's really good, deserves some attention, and it's really sad he's not going to be making music for a while. I hope he comes back. We'll see. But first up is Ladylike, one of his newer songs. Starts out with this bass line, very good bass line, I might add, with a vinyl crackle kind of effect in the back. And then it comes in full force with some synths, and it's basically a song saying like you don't know what you lost, and you got to treat me like a lady kind of thing. It's a relationship song basically. I am not the lady in this scenario, but song is great. More it's kind of in the middle. It's not exactly hip hoppy pop like Cardi B or let's say Katy Perry or Maroon 5, but it's not on the full EDM side either. It's kind of in the middle, in that kind of Britney Spears, Beyonce kind of territory. Really great, insanely catchy. Got some twangy guitars near the end. Got some nice organ in there. There's a lot of good stuff. It's a very detailed song, very much so. Great lyrics, all kind of stuff. Great Vocaloid tuning. Next we have Games. This is a lot more poppy with that kind of moves like Jagger, Maroon 5 kind of 2000s whistle. Very piano based, very great. It's a love song between two people. Pretty great. This is one of those songs that I think this is the only song maybe I've had this with, but it was one of those songs where I played it, and literally every part was catchier than the last. It was very surreal. It's like in a movie where you may have experienced this before, where there's a scene that's like, oh man, I bet it won't get more X than this, more hype, more edgier seat, I guess. Like it won't get more gripping than this, and then it does again and again and again. Very similar feeling. It's like, whoa, this is really catchy. It's like, whoa, this intro is really catchy. Oh, this verse is really catchy. oh fuck, this chorus is great. Oh, this bridge is insane. Every part, like, it was really amazing, and it's instantly catchy too. It's very great listening to this song for the first time. Very poppy, very catchy, great. Then we have Machine Gun. Machine Gun is on the more kind of hip hoppy side. Um, there's two songs that are very similar to each other. I want to make sure I get this one right, but yeah. Oh, so this song takes a machine gun metaphor for a relationship, and there's not really a lot to say about it. It's just really good. Good beat, good flow, just good. Then we have good drop too. A very good drop and a very good use of the non-word. I forget the correct term, but the non-word choruses. Very good use of that with machine gun reference ad libs. I guess hard to explain, but you'll know when you listen to it. That's in the chorus. Next, we have "Why Does a Heart Break," which he himself has done. There's a Vocaloid version of it. Then there's also another version he's done where he's actually sung the song, and he can actually, surprise, surprise, he can sing good too. He has a nice lower voice. Um, this is another standard, just poppy, slightly more on the EDM side of things. Very catchy, just great song. It's a breakup song. Missing someone once they're gone. Um, Next we have "I Do What I Want," which is basically a direct Britney Spears reference. Even at the end, he does his own spin on the classic "It's Britney, bitch" line. Um, Great song. This is definitely more on the clubby side, EDM side. Great song. I don't know really what to say about this one, but like, again, there's a lot of these songs are very detailed. This one's another very detailed song. Same with I won't say games, but like some other songs on here we'll get to later. But "I Do What I Want" is great. The build is great. Next we have "Monster." This one again is more of a hip hoppy kind of route to it. You have I forgot. I have the song here pulled up because there's lyrics. I'm trying to make sure I got the right version here. I remember it now. This is a very much like late 2010s pop rap kind of thing. I'm struggling to find any things to compare it directly to, but again, it's great. You could pull it right off the radio. It's great. You have "Voice," which is basically a very Melanie Martinez esque with its carnival esque samples in the background, very loopy ish sounding. Also great. A bit more. I'm not familiar with her music a lot, but this is seems to taken more of an EDM approach again, more on the chorus. "Burn Me Down" is a club track, very club EDM pop, and this song has a very good build, where it's one of those songs where you have a very basic intro, then you have a very basic intro, then you have more of a built verse, and then you have you have a basic intro, you have a built chorus, then you have a verse that's built a little more than a chorus, but basically the song's like this. Every part is like every chorus is more built, more full than the last, and every verse is more built and full than the last, but the chorus is always more full than the verse. So it's kind of like a step ladder kind of thing. Very great, very nice wall of sound kind of thing near the end. "Circles" is his poppy synth ballad kind of thing. I know this comparison isn't exactly correct, but kind of like "Chandelier" by Sia. That's that kind of ballad where it's not like a piano ballad, like let's say the piano version of "This Is Gospel" by Panic at the Disco, but it's a more electronic based ballad, but still great, really great song. Then you have, and this is actually surprised me when it came out. You have "Getcha," which is Kira with Giga P, who, if you know anything about the Vocaloid scene, he is the shit. Like, he's not the shit, he is the shit. And I mean that as in, um, if you work with Giga, you gotta understand, Giga P is probably the producer in Vocaloid. Like, he's like the top guy. And actually, like, he's actually worked with real artists in the Japanese music scene as well. Like, real, for the biggest example. And he's a very big name producer in the scene, producing so many massive songs, from Laboratory to I think it's a Gigantic OTN. I think, which I'm not exactly fond of, but it's a big song of his. Wave, I think, was him. Bring It On, I'm pretty sure, is him. Point being, he is not the shit, he is the shit. And so when I saw this guy working with him, I was like, oh fuck, this is big. This is really this is big. Very glad he got the opportunity. And again, once you know it, there's another version of this again, where he and Giga are both singing. And again, surprise, surprise, he can sing really well. Um, this is one of those. I don't know the exact genre term for this, but you know, there's some pop rap songs, hip hop songs where they have like they're more electronic based and they sample accordion of all things, or some kind of accordion like sound. It's one of those. It's one of those kinds of songs. Definitely more clubby, definitely more modern, but really catchy chorus. Great. Then we got Piece of Art, and one of his older songs. Piece of Art is a more laid back ballad, not in the way Circles is, but it's more a hip hoppy way. It has more of a beat and a groove behind it. But again, great. Lots of basically comparing to a loved one's body to a work of art. Not exactly a new concept, but one that's tried and true. Same thing with the next one, Wildcard, is the most recent one from literally 5 hours ago. Wildcard uses a lot of the poker metaphors. Again, one that's been done time and time again, but it's tried and true. And if it ain't broken, don't fix it. This song is great, lots of detail, as all the other ones. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's still worth noting. Like, songs like Ladylike, Games, I Do What I Want are amazing. Then you have songs like Voice and Circles and Monster, where they're really good. But I would pick the other songs before those ones, but they're still really really good. Like, do not miss. All these songs are worth your time for sure. And there might be other songs on this channel that you like that I don't, because like I can already say these songs are great. So maybe for some of you guys, rather than having 22 or like 27 songs be good, maybe they're all good. So if you like all these songs, which I'm guaranteed most of you will, they are very, very catchy and very, very good, very versatile, then you'll probably like some of his other stuff. Next, there is Heartbreaker. This uses a bit more of the Japanese language, kind of goes back and forth between that and English, mostly Japanese. More of again, an EDM pop kind of thing. Very good. Digital Girl, again, one of his best ones. This is very like late 2000s kind of pop, very bubblegum ish. Again, very much like, I don't know, like maybe Katy Perry kind of. But that, I know those are other artists I'm forgetting from that time period, but there's literally I think it's the not in it wouldn't be a bridge, but I guess bridge. It's the pre-chorus for the second chorus. I swear I've heard that pre-chorus, like that melody before somewhere. Like couldn't tell you what, but again, these could be right off the radio. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell. He uses the concept of Vocaloid and as a way to tell the story, I guess, about a girl who's trapped in a computer, kind of like a DDLC, I guess. Maybe it was inspiration. And he has purposely a slight computerized effect on the voice, which matches great. and actually for the breakdown samples the dial-up modem sound. It makes the songs talking about like internet fucking sucks. We all know this, and wanting to break out kind of thing, and life sucks being a digital girl kind of thing. Again, me not being the girl in this scenario, but whatever. For Blood, and we're almost in this list here. For Blood, another great track. This is again more poppy EDM, or sorry, the more hip hoppy EDM pop route. Very very modern, like the past I'd say a couple years. Mainly turn of the century, like not century, but turn of the decade, like around that time, 2021 to 2020 ish. Great song. Not much to say about that one. It's just really good. Lyrics are pretty good on that one as well. Next, we have Unbreakable. It's one of the ones I like the least, but it's still notable. That's one of his older ones. Magical Night is another amazing one. Also, also from a long time ago. Very fantastic song. Nice build into the chorus. Really nice wall of sound style bridge near the end. Very catchy. Very good key change. The Day I Die. Again, I don't actually remember this one. I don't listen to it often. These ones, because he has like 17 other songs I'd rather listen to than the bottom three. But like, either way, The Day I Die is good. It's a standard pop EDM song from what I can remember. Don't Come Back Here feat Raichi, which some might know as Splendifer Raichi if you're an old enough fan. Splendifer Raichi is a vocal cover artist, so they sing a bunch of Vocaloid tracks, and that's their whole YouTube channel. And sometimes they're featured on people's songs, like here. And rather than have the Vocaloid, he actually has her singing with the song, or singing the song, I guess. Again, it's a bit more recent, somewhat. It's in the nah, it's like, never mind, it's an older one. He's actually done a bunch of a few songs with Raichi, but this one is standard breakup song. You know, I've been very much like I've been trying so hard and get out, don't come back kind of mentality. Next we have Again, which is a remix cover of Crusher P's song Again. You might know him for his song Echo, which has been a massive meme. I think one of the most viewed Vocaloid songs ever. I think it's over 80 million views, or at least very close. It's very huge. It's been used in a lot of memes and V's, all that kind of stuff. So you've probably heard of it. If you've been on the internet for a while, you've probably heard of it somewhere. But his second biggest song, Again, is what he's doing here. It's a remix cover, also with Raichi. Amazing singing here. Really nice singing. I really like her voice a lot. I feel like she's improved a lot over the years, but this song is one of the examples of her older stuff, and it's just, or at least her older voice, because it has gotten better and changed over the years a little bit, but this song is great. And the last one we have is Sparks with Kiara from Hololive EN, and actually I like her voice a lot with this. It's kind of a nasally gritty voice, but it almost like reels, kind of like I mentioned earlier, but it really fits this kind of song well. Again, it's another one of those songs where it's like a hip-hoppy pop kind of thing, very upbeat, very bouncy beat, messages of just, go your own way, you got this, thumbs up, pat on the shoulder kind of thing, get out there, don't worry about all those haters, I guess, do your own thing and focus on you. And that's gonna be it. That's 22 songs. They are all amazing. You should definitely check out all these songs. Definitely do that. It's worth your time. Trust me. I know people tend to dog on Vocaloid sometimes and call it AI music, which is literally by definition not true, because people make the music and the Vocaloids have to be tuned just like you would tune any other kind of thing when you're doing like production. You have to. It's a software you have to use. It's not AI. It's a thing you have to learn and tune and refine and work with. It's just how you have some people have digitized drums or keyboards or strings. It's just that for vocals. Um, and other people, so people sometimes say it's AI music. Other people say it takes no talent or it's cringy or whatever have you. Trust me, this honestly for the casual person, I dare to say is a very good entry for Vocaloid in and of itself. It's very accessible, very catchy. Most of it's in English. Very much worth your time. And that's gonna be it, I guess. This series is gonna provide a lot of use for certain artists like this in certain musical scenes, mainly Vocaloid, to be honest, because I don't think there's any other scene that doesn't have standard album EP structures. But anyways, yeah, it's gonna be it. I've been ranting for a while, so this is already like a half-hour video. I'm going to cut it here, and if you're still here, thanks for watching. It means a lot.